going on? I don't know. You tell me. It's crazy. So, Kanye West. You remember him from such things as being crazy for 20 years. Well, back in 2005, you'll recall, during Hurricane Katrina, Kanye West decided to go on television and say that George W. Bush was a vicious racist who was drowning black people for no reason. And this is what it looked like. Here's just a brief flashback of Kanye West, young Kanye, who looks exactly the same today as he did then, and Mike Myers, who absolutely does not look the same today as he did then. And they're talking about hurricane relief for NBC, and Kanye just launches into this thing about how George W. Bush hates black people. It turns out Kanye West is the only black man in America who thinks George W. Bush is a racist, but Donald Trump isn't. So that's pretty incredible. Here is Kanye West talking in 2005. Remember, this is the guy we're talking about.
The destruction of the spirit of the people of southern Louisiana and Mississippi may end up being the most tragic loss of all.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Please call...
And I love Chris Tucker looking around like, what just happened? What just happened? Now, the reason that I show this is to remember that the entire left thought this was great. The entire left thought that Kanye West was a hero. Kanye West was another one of their cultural heroes, which showed a couple of things. One, look, Kanye was always a weird dude. Okay, Kanye was always a nut job. And Kanye, back in 2005, being a nut job, the left embraced his nut jobbery because obviously his nut jobbery cut in their favor. Second of all, there is this monolithic culture on the left that feels that all celebrities must be on the left. If you are not on the left and you are a celebrity, you get raked through the coals. We talked about this earlier this week with regard to Shania Twain, who is a Canadian country singer who was forced to recant when she said that she might have voted for Donald Trump. She can't even vote. She's Canadian. She was forced to recant all of that. Well, now Kanye West has decided that it's time to break the thought monopoly. So there's two things here. One is a serious topic and one is a not so serious topic. The not so serious topic is the sheer hilarity of Kanye West becoming friends with Donald Trump and the left panicking. So the left is absolutely panicking. They're panicking because, again, they have this monolithic hold on the culture. Now, out here in Los Angeles, there's something called Friends of Abe, okay? It's the super secret Hollywood group that everybody knows about since it was on the front page of the New York Times. Okay, that super secret Hollywood group has thousands of members, all conservatives who have had to hide the fact that they are conservatives for years in Hollywood for fear of being fired. There's this groupthink that prevails in the music industry. There's a groupthink that prevails in identity politics, and Kanye West is at the intersection. There's that leftist word, intersection. He's at the intersectionality of race and the leftist politics of Hollywood. So he's a Hollywood star, right? He's obviously a major music presence. And also, he happens to be a black guy, which means that he has to be of the left. Because if you're a black guy and you're not of the left, according to the left, you're no longer a legitimately black human being. If you're Clarence Thomas, you're not black. If you're Condi Rice, you're not black. You've gone to the quote-unquote sunken place. Right? And this is the language that folks were using about Kanye West yesterday. That was a reference to the movie Get Out by Jordan Peele, which is all about how black people who interact with white culture end up being essentially drowned by white culture in their own psyche. I thought the movie's deeply racist, but in any case, the left really believes this, right? The left believes that if you're a Republican and you're black, you're not legitimately black. They believe if you're in Hollywood and you're a Republican, that you shouldn't be in Hollywood. They're fascistic in their groupthink. And Kanye West broke that yesterday. In this sense, actually what he did was kind of important. In the other sense, which is just watching the left lose their minds over the fact that a crazy guy says some stuff about Trump, that's pretty astonishing in and of itself. So we have to go through the entire story because it's just too glorious not to. So yesterday, Kanye West begins tweeting. And he's been back on Twitter because in about 3 weeks, he drops a new album with apparently a guest track with Tommy Lahren, which will be incredible. But here's Kanye West. He tweets out, quote, "I no longer have a manager. I can't be managed." Just pretty spectacular. And then he continues tweeting, "I love the way Candace Owens thinks." Now, Candace Owens, for folks who don't know, works for Turning Point USA, a great organization with whom I work. I speak at their leadership conferences a fair bit. And Candace is black. Candace is their communications director, and she speaks out routinely about why she thinks that the perception of victimization by black Americans is damaging and counterproductive. So Kanye endorses Candace Owens, and everybody on the left loses their minds. This is crazy. How could Kanye endorse Candace Owens? He's going to the sunken place. He's going to the sunken place. But it doesn't stop there. Kanye continues. He says, "You don't have to argue with Trump, but the mob can't make me not love him. We are both dragon energy. He is my brother. I love everyone. I don't agree with everything anyone does. That's what makes us individuals. And we have the right to independent thought." There's so many great things about this tweet. I will, it'll take me an hour just to break down the beauty of this tweet. It's like a Robert Frost poem. But you begin with the fact that they're both dragon energy. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds awesome. I don't know they're playing Dungeons and Dragons, whether they watch Game of Thrones together. I don't know whether they both ingested cocaine. I don't know. Okay, they're dragging energy. So we know they're dragging energy also. But what he says here, that you don't have to agree with anything anyone does because you're individuals and you have the right to independent thought. This broke the internet yesterday. The left lost their mind. How could Kanye West say that you have a right to independent thought and then say that he likes Trump, which actually is an element of independent thought? So Kanye says, listen, I can think for myself. And the entire left said, shut up. You're not allowed to think for yourself. You're not even legitimately black. I'm going to get to the left's response to Kanye in just a second, but we have to go through Kanye's fulsome thoughts. I mean, his brilliant spurts of idea making. Here, more Kanye West. He says, if your friend jumps off the bridge, you don't have to do the same. Ye being ye is a fight for you to be you. Ye, by the way, is Yeezus, because he made an album called Yeezus. So ye being ye is a fight for you to be you. I didn't think he was actually using like old British grammar. Now, for people in my life, the idea of Trump is pretty much a 50-50 split, but I don't tell a Hillary supporter not to support Hillary. I love Hillary too. He loves everybody. Okay, he just loves everybody. By the way, his wife, Kim Kardashian, raised money for Hillary Clinton. And both of them raised money for Barack Obama as well. Barack Obama, by the way, once called Kanye a jackass publicly, which is pretty spectacular. We'll play. Here's what Barack Obama once said of Kanye West.
The young lady seems like a perfectly nice person. She's getting her award. What's he doing
Why
up
would he
there?
do that?
He's a jackass. No, all this
A
stuff.
rare point of agreement between myself and Barack Obama, but it is amusing to watch as Kanye actually destroys the left's perception of pop culture dominance. So back to Kanye's tweets. So Kanye continues tweeting, my wife just called me, and she wanted me to make this clear to everyone. I don't agree with everything Trump does. I don't agree 100% with anyone but myself. And it didn't stop there, right? This just continued. Then he tweeted out a picture of himself in a Make America Great Again hat, giving the Donald Trump okay salute, and it says, we got love, which is just amazing. It's just amazing. And people's heads were exploding online last night. I mean, just exploding. The entire left was losing their mind. Again, we're going to get to the left's reaction to this because it's hysterically funny. Okay, and then it didn't even stop there. Right? Kanye continues tweeting. He then tweets out, my MAGA hat is signed. And then he shows that Donald Trump has signed his MAGA hat, and he with a bunch of flame emojis, which is really spectacular. Okay, there are two more Kanye tweets, and then we'll get to some responses. So Kanye continues, right? This thing is all day long. He tweets out a video of Scott Adams. So Scott Adams, of course, is a big Trump supporter and the creator of Dilbert, the cartoon Dilbert. And Kanye is now tweeting out Scott Adams' videos about why Kanye is breaking the culture. It's just amazing.
It feels like there's something big happening. And I think a framework to see this big happening stuff is that people are breaking out of what I call their mental prisons. That people are realizing that there were things that used to hold us back, that used to limit what we could do and, you know, what our danger was and what our
Okay,
opportunity
it's just so
was.
funny. Come on, he's tweeting out Scott Adams videos. It's amazing. Okay, then finally he finishes with this one. Kanye tweets out, Obama was in office for 8 years and nothing in Chicago changed. Boom, mic drop, unbelievable, revenge, right? So I love the fact that Obama called Kanye a jackass, and Kanye said, listen, Obama was the president for 8 years, and things still sucked for black people. Well, slow clap for Kanye West right there. Slow clap. So I've spent my entire career saying that I hate rap, and I don't think that rap is a real form of music, and I think that a lot of the cultural values pushed by rap are garbage. WTF, OMG, I love rap now. Okay, I'm there. What can I say? And then what's amazing is before we get to Kim Kardashian's responses to all of this, which were just as amazing as Kanye, Chance the Rapper, who you may not have heard of, but your kids certainly have. Okay, Chance the Rapper tweets this out. Black people don't have to be Democrats. Heads exploding all over America. People, Democrats at the DNC headquarters running and crying and sobbing to themselves. Because here is the truth. Black people don't have to be Democrats. Now, a fascinating statistic from a guy named Harry Enton, who used to work over at 538. He may still work over at 538, actually. But Harry tweeted out this, quote, per the 2016 census, okay, only 8% of black voters went for Trump. But among black men earning at least $100,000 a year, it was 15%. So Kanye isn't completely alone. In other words, what Kanye is doing right now might not actually be as stupid and not important as I'm mocking it for being.